Welcome to Dentistry Gone Wild, the official podcast of mobile and teledentistry. I am Melissa Turner, your co-host, and I am here with my very dear friend and the other co-host, Sonya Dunbar. And boy, do we have an amazing podcast for you. I'm already laughing. So this is going to be a good one, right, Sonya?
Absolutely. This is going to be amazing. We have a very fun, exciting, energetic guest for you today.
We are. And okay, so I've known this guest for a while. I've kind of been stalking her on social media. Do not tell anyone. Don't let her know. Right? But she brought it when we were at the conference a couple months ago, the National Mobile and Teledentistry Conference. She brought her A game. I was impressed. Weren't you?
Yes, and everybody loved her energy. I mean, everybody loved her energy. So let's introduce our guest, Alicia. Hey, lady.
Hi, everybody. Thank you,
Alicia.
Melissa. Thank you, Sonya, for having me on your podcast today. I really appreciate the fact that you guys are using this platform to think outside the box and bring some key opinions to the platform.
Mm-hmm. We want to spread the good news. That's what we want to do, right?
Yes, I'm smiling. I just had no idea you were going to say that about me. I'm just like in the background, like, what is she saying? She got the wrong person.
No, but listen, you know what, girl? You're pretty amazing. And I want you to give our guests a little bit about what you do. How, when I met you, I met you because you received the Phillips Heart to Hand Awards for what you do for the dental profession and everyone. So could you elaborate on that a little bit?
So before we met at the Heart to Hand Award, Sonya and Melissa, I've been following you on social media for some time now, also just watching what you're doing too. So I feel like it's like a mutual love, like a love fest, like in this thing right here. But with that being said, Sonya, I met you before I was a Heart to Hand Award recipient, and I believe it was at ADHA. You had a geriatric tooth fairy booth. And I believe we were in Jacksonville, and I met you in Jacksonville at the ADHA. And your energy was very electric. You were just really passionate about what you were doing as a geriatric tooth fairy. And I felt really encouraged and really inspired. And honestly and truthfully, Hygienists for Humanity was birthed at the ADHA Jacksonville conference. So I don't know if it was that electricity in the room that kind of helped as a catalyst, but we really were birthed from the whole idea and the concept behind. We were hygienists walking on this 5K trail, and we noticed that there were homeless people who were sitting out there, and they weren't asking for anything. They were just literally laying down, going to bed. And me and one of my colleagues were walking, and we were trying to figure out what can we do to help these people. So between the two of us, we had on our leggings and our T-shirts, and we started giving them money out of our waistbands or whatnot. And when we ran out, we're like, what would it look like if every hygienist was able to give back to this community? So here we are from the Washington, D.C. area. I met up with a girl from Colorado. Actually, it was Alyssa from Colorado. And we were like literally just trying to figure out what are we going to eat outside of the conference. So here we are, privileged enough to fly from Colorado and Washington, D.C. down to Jacksonville, leave the conference where the lunch was being hosted, and we can go across town, hop in an Uber, and get lunch that we wanted in Jacksonville. So it's like, well, what's going to happen with our lunch? Could we give that lunch to people who are literally sitting around this paddock that we saw yesterday? So again, this whole idea and this whole energy behind, I want to help more people, was birthed behind my whole love for continuing education. So when you ask, what do? I don't know what I do. I love continuing education. I chase the things that I'm passionate about. And what I found my love for is really public health. Right now, I find myself more in advocacy. As you guys know, I'm a nonprofit founder of Hygienists for Humanity. And our mission is to connect underserved communities and individuals experiencing homelessness, connect with quality oral hygiene products and services. So with that, we want to grow and actually help more people get access to care and actually be able to give them this care on the mobile front, but also advocate for quality care and help to calibrate what quality care looks like on the mobile setting. I take a ton of CE. I teach CE. I'm writing a book. I'm finishing my master's degree. So I don't know what I do. I go to conferences.
She just says, I'm writing a book. I'm finishing my master's degree. Right. Just off, right?
And then when I'm looking to do something fun, I just hop on podcasts like this one.
Okay, tell us about this book, Alicia. Tell us about this book.
So this book is going to be amazing. Fingers crossed. We're working towards having this completed by the end of the summer. It's called They Don't Make Awards for This. And this book is all about the quest for quality care and public health. So what happens when you don't have quality care and public health? You're going to have patients who return to the public health setting, and they're going to have more disease and more tooth loss. And what is the solution to helping these individuals? It's quality care. And what I define as quality care is education and understanding, and also motivational interviewing. And some of the solutions that I outline is mobile dentistry and Hygienists for Humanity, and also having hygienists in different states have the ability to be autonomous and practice independently.
Mm-hmm. That is amazing.
It's a beautiful story, and it outlines a little bit about myself and also my relationship with my father and our journey through public health dentistry. And it's kind of my why behind what I'm doing and why I'm so passionate. I feel like a lot of people, they see my face, they hear my voice, but they don't really know Alicia. I'm pretty much a very private, guarded person, but this book is really a big piece of me and, just how I got into dentistry. And you guys will learn a lot more about Sugar Bear and why my name is Sugar Bear and what that means. And yeah.
And it sounds like you're going to be vulnerable, which I think dentistry needs to have.
Exactly. I felt that
too. It's timely. Yeah. It's timely.
But you know what, Elisa? I wanted to say, when you heard about our conference, you reached out to me and you was like, Sonya, can you connect me with a way that I can give when I'm there? The first mobile dental conference in 2020. And you asked that you connect, and you connected with me, and then we connected you with a shelter in Orlando, and you wanted to get as many mobile dental clinicians that came into town. You set up with that even though a lot of the people in the shelter did not come, you donated your time and your energy to be there and do that. And I've seen you at Smiles at Sea doing that. I've seen you working. So this is just a labor of love for you. And I wanted to share that with our listeners, because you go up and above the line of duty. And one thing that you did not mention that you also was doing with your organization is at the conferences, I've been an exhibitor. And at the end of the conferences, people do not want to take stuff home if they're flying. So you would ask the exhibitors to give you those extras, and you would give them to homeless people. Yes. And that was the heart that was the heartbeat of the heart of humanity. That's where it started, because you wanted to give to those homeless people. You wanted to give back. And that's just amazing. That's just so huge in what you do. And it speaks volumes of your heart and your energy and your passion. And even your book, you're acting humble. So I have to sing for you. I have to sing for you because you won't sing for yourself. Because the book says they don't make awards for this. But you told me, you said, Sonya, I've gotten so many awards, but what did I really do for all these awards? You're humble like that. But you've done a lot for it. But you're just a pretty great young lady. And it's so good to know that there are young people out there doing things and educating themselves to help in public health, because that's a big part of mobile dentistry. If you're going to be in public health and dentistry, it's going to be some people that cannot come into the office that we're going to have to go to. And I want to pivot that right into going into how you are such a strong worker with the American Mobile and Teledentistry Alliance. So could you tell us, how do you feel about the alliance and what's going on with that? And what are your thoughts about that alliance?
I have a couple of things that I want to say.
First,
yes, I was like writing them down because I wanted to get it in. So the first thing that I want to say is, yes, I love to continue my education, but right now in my career, it makes so much more sense for me to continue my education in an area or an arena that is in my wheelhouse or something that I'm really passionate about. So there aren't many conferences out here that are speaking to advocating for access to care in teledentistry and mobile dentistry. So this is where I found myself with the American Mobile Teledentistry Alliance at the first annual conference. I'm like, I can't miss this. Like, how could I miss this? And with Hygienists for Humanity, what we do, like you were mentioning about the exhibitors, is our whole organization is centered around connection. So I was holding this up because I don't know if you can see our logo or not, but it's one wing.
I love the logo.
It's one wing outstretched, and And the whole reason behind the one ring is we can't fly unless we're together. So we need other people to be our other wing. So
no,
with
slow
that,
down right there. Say that again. Don't talk past that too fast. Say that slow because that's epic. Say that again, baby girl. Say that again. Don't do that.
so
Say it again.
our quote that we are based off of, or what our logo is kind of founded from, is by Luciano de Crescenzo, and it says, "We are each angels on earth with only one wing, and we only fly when we're together." So when we see the other wing or the other part of our logo, we're saying people are our other wing because we can't do it alone. So at these conferences, we don't just go to the exhibitor and say, "What do you have for free?" and let me have a free sample. We go to try to make connections. We try to go and figure out, what are you doing as a part of this dental community to make this community that we're visiting better than we left it? And we know that these major companies, these major corporations, they have a social responsibility model, but they don't have an outlet for it. So Hygienists for Humanity is an outlet for their social responsibility model. And with that, I can honestly say that there's only 2 conferences that I can see myself continuously going to each year going forward, because this is going to help catalyze where I'm going with my career. And the American Mobile and Teledentistry Conference is definitely one of them. One of the things that I love about this conference is that I feel like I'm a pioneer. I feel like I'm at the brink of something that is brand new and exciting. I feel like I am with my people. I don't feel like I'm a unicorn when I'm in that room. Right. And no different than Hygienists for Humanity with that wing. There's a feeling of togetherness and unity and everyone wanting to see everyone move forward. Right. Everyone in that room is like, I want to see what I can do to help you move your career and your entrepreneurship as a mobile dentistry pioneer forward. So it's just a conference that I just can't miss out on every year. So I'll be there in Vegas with you guys next year. Yep, take that to the bank.
Oh, we will. Wait, casino? Did you say casino? Oh my goodness. So where do you see, real quick, I'm just going to ask, where do you see Hygienists for Humanity going in the next 12 months between now and the next conference? What tangible things do you see happening with
that? Is a great question.
Yes.
Oh, that is amazing. You guys get the inside scoop here. Ooh, I hope the team I hope the team doesn't get upset, but we've been working really diligently. We've just brought some amazing people on the team. We've been growing like wildflowers, and it's just amazing. So with one of the young lady who's on, she's our grant writer. We're going after some major grant opportunities. And with that, we're going to be implementing some silver diamine fluoride programs and missions throughout the country at elementary schools. We're also looking to do some sealant programs, but we're also looking to implement more teledentistry and mobile dentistry to kind of calibrate and see where are we in the country as it relates to DMFTs. When we're talking about decayed, missing, or failed teeth, where are we? So if we go into this community as Hygienists for Humanity and we're giving you a toothbrush, floss, and paste, can we actually track whether or not this interaction is changing the DMFT, or if this silver diamine fluoride or this treatment is going to change that? So we're working with agencies that have software and technology that are able to support this model that we're really trying to implement, because we want to move the needle forward. So the next time someone for Hygienists for Humanity actually wins an award, we can say that it's because we've actually changed something, and we can see it as tangible. We have the evidence. I can honestly say we hit the ground running. We're 3 years old. And I love something I heard someone say recently. How do you build a plane as you're flying it? You just build it as you're flying it. And I think that's what we're doing with Hygienists for Humanity. And we just like jumped out there, and everybody turned this stayed underneath us and like, we love what you're doing. We want to continue to help you. But now it's time to put some structure in place. So in the next 12 months, you will definitely see us doing some missions, but you're going to see our volunteer experience change. So when you volunteer with Hygienists for Humanity, and what sets us apart from any other nonprofit organization that gives back to underserved communities, is the fact that we want to be a community. So as hygienists, when you go and you have that earnest desire to give back, what happens when you leave? When you have to go back to your 9 to 5 and you just feel that kind of drained feeling like these are not my people. So we want to continue to build on this community and this ability to have hygienists from all over the country with that same earnest desire to kind of change the diaphragm or the shift of the mobile dentistry and giving back spectrum.
I love that.
And I like that. I like that you're thinking big scale, not just statewide. but large scale. I like that.
And trying to include as many people as we can, there's so many people that want to give back, and they're in small places like Idaho and, Montana. And it's like, how do you help someone like that? And we know that there's a need for oral health everywhere, but how do you help everyone?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How do you help everyone? So you'll see more of us doing more. We're going to start with school-based, and we're going to go, beyond that, because our mission is to help underserved communities. And that doesn't mean senior or homeless or women or men. It means anyone who has an ability to get access to care.
Absolutely. Well, you know what, lady? This has been amazing chat with you. You have so much going on. We're so excited to have you be a part of the American Mobile and Teledentistry Alliance. And we're looking forward to continuing to connect with you. We're going to have your link in the bio, but can you also tell people so they can hear from you if they want to get involved? If something you said resonated with someone and it struck their heart and they want to be a part of Hygienists for Humanity, how can they be that other wing, which is so amazing? I love the way you explain that.
So I have to, and I felt like I skipped that part of the question, and I hope I'm not running over, but I want to make sure I address this. I am also a member of the American Mobile Teledentistry Alliance, and my role with the American Mobile and Teledentistry Alliance is I'm a part of the membership team, and I want to help make sure that we have strength in numbers. So no different than Hygienists for Humanity. We know that we fly higher when we're together. So I want to help the American Mobile Teledentistry Alliance grow, because we know that as we want to advocate for change and access to care, we need more people on our team. So if people want to get involved with anything that I'm doing in terms of advocating for quality care, advocating for access to care, advocating for hygienists having more abilities to, implement the care that they want to provide in their communities, please join us with Hygienists for Humanity at American Mobile Teledentistry Alliance. You can find me on Instagram, Alicia Murria, RDH. That's ALICIA MURRIA RDH. Or you can find Hygienists for Humanity on Instagram also, and that's Hygienist for Humanity.
Wow. Thank you for being here with us. And thank you to all of our podcast guests for listening to another amazing episode of Dentistry Gone Wild with your girl, Sonya Dunbar.
And Melissa Turner. That's right. Alicia, we're going to have you on for part 2, I'm pretty sure, in the future, just to give us an update on everything that happens. Thank you all for listening. Alicia, thank you for being here. Sonya, thank you for being an amazing co-host.
Thanks for having me.
That's right. And we will see you all next Monday, same place, same time. Love you all.
Click like and share this video. Bye-bye.
That's right. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Dentistry Gone Wild, the official podcast for mobile and teledentistry. You can subscribe to our channel wherever you listen to your podcast. And if you're enjoying the show, please leave us a review.